So, this is my first video. I'm 21 months off Ativan. I only took it as needed, although I needed it a lot to counteract the horrible side effects of the other antidepressants and the psych meds that my doctor put me on. All I really needed was some psychotherapy and sleep. When menopause hit, I stopped sleeping and I started having hot flashes. So I've been suffering for like really bad for 7 years, and really bad for 3 years. I mean, a year ago I thought the end was near, and that I wasn't going to be too long in withdrawal. But now I'm in protracted withdrawal, and the last 3 months have been just horrible. Just wells of panic just going through your body, chemical panic that just never stops. Doesn't matter what I eat, I have a panic attack afterwards. I wake up in the middle of the night with my heart pounding. And, you know, food is hard to swallow. Still getting brain zaps, and always feels like this side of my face has been smashed in. I get the burning face, my head pressure, restless leg, tons of indigestion and stuff. I can't, I don't digest food at all. I've been eating like a mouse for months, and I've hardly lost any weight. It's a stress response. It just keeps everything, keeps you in starvation mode, or as if your body's going into starvation so it doesn't burn any calories. The only reprieve I have is when I sleep, and sometimes during yoga. I haven't missed one Monday morning yoga class in a year and a half, and I've added 2 more yoga classes a week. It's sometimes I can't get to them. I had to stop Aquafit about 2 months ago because it was just the sensation of the water and the movement and the light and the sound. It was just too much for my nervous system. I attend mindfulness meditation classes, and they used to be helpful. The last 2 sessions, they haven't done much for me. It's just so horrible. I look like my mother did when she was 80, and I'm only 62. I just can't believe that this can go on for so long, and because I live alone, I get very scared, and because my mom had a couple of heart attacks when she was my age, so I keep thinking that that's what's going to happen to me, and I'm going to die alone in my house, and my animals are going to have to eat me because nobody's going to check on me, because I don't have any friends, and my sons don't live anywhere near me, or my sisters or family. I don't have anybody close. I mean, I have a few people that, you know, but they don't call or check in. So, all I have to say is, don't take drugs that your doctor gives you until you thoroughly look them up and look for support groups on those drugs. Because if there's a support group for that drug, then it's, you know, probably not good to take. And the other thing is, I hear there's some genetic testing that can be done now, so you can get genetically tested to see if what drugs would work for you or not. But as I'm sitting here talking, my stomach feels like that first drop when you go down a roller coaster, that, you know, when your stomach goes up into your throat. Well, that's what I'm living with day in and day out. It doesn't go away except for a few minutes here and there. And then, of course, the heart palpitations and pounding and thumping and nothing, you know, like I say, a little bit of yoga sometimes helps. And distraction isn't working right now. I know I'm a very emotional person, so it's I just cry and cry and cry, which probably doesn't help any, but that's what it is. And I've been told not to expect healing at any particular time, and just to live moment by moment. I thought I'd be finished in 6 months, then I thought a year I'd be okay. But at a year, I took a turn for the worse, and I haven't really improved since then. Had a few windows 6 months ago, and have the odd day where I get a few hours where I have some energy, can do some house cleaning or something, or, you know, whenever I have an appointment, I make sure I stop at the grocery store and get something on my way, because I can't be guaranteed to be able to get out. So anyway, it is the worst thing that could ever happen to someone. And wish I could take it all back. I didn't have anxiety or panic disorder before the doctor gave me Ativan, you know, to help me sleep through menopause, instead of giving me hormone replacement therapy, or, like I say, a few other things like that I could have tried, but just went right to Ativan. 1 milligram of Ativan, just take that, you know. And then within I only took like 40 milligrams for a year, or over 2 years, and then I started having heart palpitations. And then a particularly tough year at work. I was a school teacher. I ended up having my first panic attack. And of course, you know, then you start taking Ativan for panic attacks. And then I was forced on to try antidepressants, which made me more depressed or more anxious, depending on the drug. Anyway, it was like polydrugged, you know, for a few years, and, you know, psychiatrist and everything. And yeah, drug-free for 21 months, alcohol-free for 2.5 years, and eating better than I've ever eaten before, but still fat and still unhealthy. Doing yoga, getting psychotherapy, doing mindfulness meditation. Still have serious problems with my brain just shutting down. When I try to think too hard or try to solve a problem, my brain just literally shuts down, and I get this wave of panic over me. And some days I can't walk. Some days I can't stand long enough to make something to eat. And it just goes on and on and on. And like, how long do you have to go on like this? So, especially the last 10 days, it's just been horrifying. But anyway, I'm going to keep on trucking on, going on. And hopefully this will end in a few months. Because if it doesn't, I don't know what the point is. This is life. It's But this guy, oop, where'd he go? That guy. That guy is why I have to keep going. And my 2 cats. Sure, they're what the only ones that care. My son keeps telling me I just have to try harder. I just have to change my attitude. Nobody gets it. Except other sufferers. So, I know this isn't helpful to anybody. But maybe somebody will see it and stop taking their benzo before it's too late. Because you never know if you're going to be one of the unlucky ones that gets addicted involuntarily and have your central nervous system ruined for years. I should be enjoying life right now. Anyway, take care.